We were just driving, some truck ended up pulling down a bunch of cords. It was like yanking at the pole.
Oh yeah.
Wow. This is pretty amazing. We're low on water, we're out of data, so we can't work. I'm just like kind of tired of figuring all this stuff out on a regular basis. Today we're doing something very special, which is one of the reasons that we even came to Valle de Bravo to begin with. It's because of the Monarch migration. We are going paragliding.
No way, dude. This is amazing.
How have we never done this before?
I don't know.
We're Dennis and Liz. If you're new here, we've been full-time RVing since 2017, and for the last month and a half, we've been RVing in our new-to-us renovated Class C RV in Mexico. We started our journey by crossing the border near Laredo, Texas, and driving 8 long hours to our first destination, Las Palmas Hotel in Matehuala, where we explored an old historic mining town, Real de Catorce. We then headed into the jungles of Huastecas Potosino to see an epic waterfall and a unique art installation called Las Posas. We traveled to the city of Guanajuato, where we left you in our last episode. We got off to a rough start as we ended up hitting our RV in a tunnel in Guanajuato, but luckily there was no bad damage. We ended up making the most of our time there, exploring the beautiful city on a food and history walking tour. After a week in the city, we head to our next destination today, which is Valle de Bravo. Okay,
if you want to, I think you're good. Is that the one you just passed? What you're worried about?
It's just hanging down. It's fine.
We were just driving, some truck ended up pulling down a bunch of the electrical cords. It was like yanking at the pole.
Oh yeah, it just didn't stop.
Didn't stop at all, just kept going. So then all of a sudden all these lines were hanging in the street. Traffic was just not caring at all. People on motorcycles were just going straight through it, pulling on the cords even further. So we stopped. A cop ended up coming. People were like having to hold the cords.
The cop was asking us if we did it, and we were like, oh, no, 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 no.
Luckily, some other guy kind of validated our story there. There was a different truck that did it, but Thomas ended up clipping the line so we could pass, but it is just crazy. You never know what to expect in Mexico. We were saying we came up with a hashtag for like all of the crazy stuff we're experiencing here.
That's
hashtag,
Mexico.
That's Mexico. Like, oh, someone just pulled down a bunch of electrical cords and everyone kept driving. Hashtag that's Mexico.
I think it's going to be our next tunnel, our first tunnel. So let's let traffic go by us, and then we're going to go through and try and put the middle.
And now we're leaving to go through a tunnel, which
may or may not be the one that we hit coming in.
Now we know no matter what, we're gonna hug to the center even if there's traffic, because we're not going to hit the side. So I don't care if people honk, we're not gonna hit the side of the tunnel. Oh yeah, this is plenty. We're good on this tunnel.
The problem was that there was a double lane tunnel. They're round enough and they're nice and finished on the edges of them, like the entrance and exits of them. They're bricked and they're finished and they're nicely arched, but inside they're super raw,
and there's like
and there's juts of like rock coming out. So if you don't hug the tunnel or hug the middle, you're asking for it. And if you're any taller than us, which we are 11'5", do not come into the tunnels. So we are on the side of the highway in a random person's large driveway, thank goodness, and we had to drive completely out of town to be able to find this spot. So the new states and I'm Not Lost on RVing could hook up their tow cars. It takes them maybe 5 minutes to hook or unhook the tow cars to the RVs, but I'm lazy enough not to want to do this stuff. I just want to put the scooter on the back of the moto tote and take off and not have to worry about it. So this just solidifies, for me at least, the reason we chose to carry a moto, carry the scooter on the moto tote this way rather than having a trailer or having a tow car.
Now, having a tow car isn't a bad thing for a lot of people. I mean, it's come in handy on this trip, especially since our scooter isn't fixed. We don't really even have a tow vehicle. And we went to Real de Catorce, which was a really, really cold, windy day down that long cobblestone road. It was nice to be in the warmth of a vehicle rather than out in the elements in the scooter. We could have gotten there on the scooter, it just would have been cold. So there's definitely pros and cons to each. They have to pay more at every single toll that we go to because they have their RV plus another vehicle, where since our scooter's off the ground and on the back, we only get charged for having a camion. So there's definitely like pros and cons. There's no right or wrong, it's really what suits your needs. But I think for us, we feel having the scooter has been a blessing for Mexico and not a tow car. Wow, this is pretty amazing. Traveling in Mexico is very different. I mean, RVing in general when you have long moving days is stressful, but there's so many other unknowns. The road system isn't really well marked, so it's easy to miss turns. You can have low-hanging poles, there's bumpy roads, there's federales and checkpoints and all different things that kind of throw a wrench in a moving day. So when you get to a spot like this, it really reminds you that it's all worth it. It's so beautiful. Pilar, what do you see? Is that a cow outside of our window? Today has been a rough day for us. We are just trying to still figure out so much stuff. We're low on water, we're out of data, so we can't work. We're throttled, so now we need to go in and get a plan. We're also bringing our water fill up so we can get some more fresh water to be able to wash dishes. I'm just like kind of tired of figuring all this stuff out on a regular basis. But anyways, Stacy has been so nice to bring us into town. And so we're gonna be able to kind of run a few errands, upload our next video using our lunch spot's Wi-Fi, and then tomorrow our data resets, and since we'll have a new plan, we'll kind of have like a backup option for if we run out of data again. But first, okay. Today, well, we finished getting the card for our Telcel so we can have extra data. We got some work done. Thanks to Stacy going into town, we got our water. But then we decided to go to the ATM to get some more money out, and the ATM stole our card. So our debit card is now in an ATM. We're gonna have to call our bank back in the United States. Hashtag that's Mexico, and not in a happy way right now. The struggle has been real. We've just spent the past like 2 hours navigating the world of Telcel, which is the service that is typically provided in Mexico. Alright, here's what we're doing for internet. This has been a concern. Our first month we kind of figured we'd figure it out. Well,
we just did.
We just did. So we have Google Fi for our cell phone carriers, which gives both Dennis and I 22 gigs each. So we have 44 gigs that we can use as a hotspot to pull from our computers, to stream TV, to upload whatever we need. 44 gigs is a lot, but it's not sufficient if you like to stream TV, do calls to WhatsApp to your family back in the United States, work on your, online. It's just not enough. Some of the places we go to have Wi-Fi, but a lot of them don't. So we got our old phone unlocked, and we ended up going to Telcel today, and we bought a SIM card that we've inserted into our unlocked phone. That was our original S8, and we downloaded the Telcel app and entered in our phone number and created an account, and now we can buy prepaid phone plans and just recharge them as needed. So we're currently buying for 100 pesos, which is about $5 and change. We can get 3 gigs, unlimited texting, unlimited calls from from Mexico to the United States or within Mexico. And we also get unlimited use of like social media platforms, so Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp. I don't believe YouTube's included, which is a bummer, but still, that helps us post to social media for free or be on social media for free. And then we also, if we need extra surges of data, we can pay 15 pesos, which is like 81 US cents, for 2 hours of unlimited data. So we can pretty much, if we want to stream, which tonight has been very stressful, so I want to watch some TV to relax, I'm going to pay the 15 pesos, and we're going to get 2 hours of unlimited data to stream, to upload videos, whatever we need. So we'll have 44 gigs, we'll use some public Wi-Fi when needed, and then we will also have our Telcel plan with the option to do the 2-hour unlimited. It's a lot to navigate, but we think we figured it out. We're very sorry about this 4-minute rant. If you are coming to Mexico, though, figuring out the Wi-Fi or your internet situation is important, and hopefully this will be helpful for you because it was a lot for us to navigate.
Los desondaste, entonces al rato hay que pasar para arreglar eso,
No, ¿qué? De las 70 de por allá.
So if you haven't guessed by now, we are going paragliding. I'm so excited. This was actually Howard's idea. When we said we were going to be coming to Mexico, he said, okay, the one thing on my bucket list is to go paragliding in Valle de Bravo. So we ended up finding the company ProFly, and that's exactly what we're doing. We are going paragliding. We're going to run off the side of a cliff and fly like the birds.
Holy crap.
Okay, now.
Oh! No way, dude. This is amazing. Oh, that's a volcano? Oh, wow. So like, there.
We use the air that goes up, surrounding the mountain, you can see, vertically. And that creates a kind of a wave.
It's surprisingly quiet.
Wow! Are you having fun?
Hell yeah!
Yeah! How have we never done this before?
I don't know. This is amazing.
Yeah. This is the essence of flying, right? This smoothness.
Right. So like we're basically condors right now.
Yeah, exactly. Condors do this. They mainly look for thermals. Because they are very big, so.
the only thing that would make this any better would be if the hawks you were talking about would come fly with us right now.
Yeah. I don't know where they are because they usually here at this time.
Oh wow.
Maybe they are looking some food.
Now when you say aerobatics.
Okay. Be in good position and we're gonna do some wing overs.
Alright.
You just have to grab here with the hand you're not using.
Okay.
To hold the camera.
Yeah.
And just relax. Okay, we do right, left, right.
Oh wow, that was awesome.
You just have to stand up when I say. And
okay.
We're gonna try to walk.
Yeah. That was awesome. What?
Today we're doing something very special, which is one of the reasons that we even came to Valle de Bravo to begin with, is because of the Monarch migration. So we just made it about 45 minutes with traffic, about an hour outside of Valle de Bravo to the Monarch Butterfly Sanctuary. And we specifically came today on a Friday because we have heard that this place can be a zoo on the weekends. And we really wanted to come on a day that was not very crowded so we can enjoy the butterflies in all of their beautiful glory. So we're gonna do about an hour hike up the mountain and start to see some butterflies.
Subida?
Subida, yeah, that's it. Mucho subida. Very steep.
You're already sitting down?
My chest is on fire. How high are we?
90 something thousand, 9,000.
9,000 something, yeah.
9,400.
So that's a thin air. We're like at 9,000 feet or something and we're gonna be at 10,000, so. Whew.
We're gonna be stopping a lot. We haven't done a hike in this type of altitude in a long time, so we're sucking wind, literally. And it seems like our guide keeps taking us up these switchback cuts, which are super steep. And it's like, it's wild. It's much shorter, but we're gonna be coughing by the end of it.
Hey, this is our workout for the day.
All right. It is leg day, right guys?
That's right.
That's right.
Leg day. All right.
Each winter, millions of monarch butterflies fly nearly 3,000 miles to overwinter in Mexico. The Oyamel fir trees that are found here provide the perfect ecosystem for the butterflies to stay warm enough in winter. A monarch's life cycle is typically around 6 to 8 weeks. However, each fall a super generation of butterflies is born that can live as long as 8 months, allowing them to make the long journey south. It can take as many as 4 or 5 generations to complete the journey back north. It may be hard to see on film, but there are thousands of butterflies peacefully fluttering by or resting in clumps on trees here. And it's difficult to share how incredible this sanctuary actually is, and I feel it's something everyone should witness in their lifetime. Unfortunately, climate change, pesticides affecting the growth of milkweed, which is the monarch butterfly's main food source, and logging are putting this forest and these beautiful butterflies in danger. The number of butterflies migrating here today is around 80% to 90% less than it has been for the past 3 decades. If you're interested in learning more about the butterflies, we'll have a link below on how to do your part to save this important species that helps our ecosystem thrive. So everyone that just passed, a little taste of what it would be like on the weekend. That was clearly like a school tour because we're here on Friday, but I think if you could come during the week, that is definitely optimal. And the butterflies like warmth. That's what they're really kind of coming out for. So midday around 12 to 2 o'clock is going to be your best viewing time. But that was absolutely spectacular.
That was like Nat Geo experience for sure. So cool. There's only one thing to do when you've just hiked up a mountain to watch butterflies, and that is have a margarita and sit by the lake. That's what I'm talking about.
Valle de Bravo has been amazing. We're just gonna pretty much be relaxing for the last day that we're here. But we did want to give you an update. We're starting to release our Mexico Monday videos at 6 p.m. every Monday. So you can see our video as well as I'm Not Lost in RVing's video and New State Nomads every Monday at 6. We'll have a link to the playlist where you can watch all of those videos up to this point. If you are interested in seeing where we're at in real time, getting live updates and kind of connecting with us on a deeper level, please join our community. We would love to get to know you better and see you over on Patreon, which we have a link for down below.
Seis Amigos at 6 p.m. on Mexico Monday. Be there. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, we have to actually cheers.
Well, I tried, but you didn't hit it.
Cheers.
Ready? Oh my God, what are you trying to do? You're gonna cheers my hand.
I know, okay, I'll go this way.
Yeah.
Cheers. All right.
Margaritas aren't a thing in Mexico, unless you're at a tourist bar.
So a lot of times
They drink micheladas down here, which are actually very delicious. But I make a killer margarita. And if you ever meet me in person, you might get a chance to taste one. Pretty proud of them. Anyway, that's all for this week. Adios.